Hello, today I will show you how to subdivide a subject by an attribute. So in this tutorial, I subdivided this by random, but we can subdivide them by like noise or other customized attribute. So anything you can. So at first, I will introduce a principle, very easy principle. So let's begin. So here we go to Blend 4.2 beta, and let's go to geometry node, press new. So this one is like a test, demonstrate, and let's save it. So let's first subdivide it, and let's check. So it will be like this. So if we want to subdivide that by an attribute, so here I will show you by noise, and I will subdivide it by noise. So here, very simple, I will use separate geometry. I will first separate them by separate them into two parts, and select it. And first, Ctrl Shift preview, it's like this. And if we use the ramp, yeah, it will be like this. So then we will turn this point, separate geometry the point, and change it to face mode. And let's tweak this ramp. You can see it's separated into two parts. And another part is like this, two parts. So we will give it a subdivide to it, like this. And in the end, we will use join geometry. Join the selection and the inverted. And let's see, it will be like this. And this is the basic principle. And you can see that the problem for subdivision is that it doesn't have selection socket. I think in the future, I hope Blender will develop that function. So if we check a subdivide surface, it doesn't have the selection socket too. So we just use this as a demonstration. So here I will use another separate geometry, and Ctrl Shift, you can see it's this. And if we use another ramp here, and we link it here, and we tweak the number, yeah, you can see this one, and this one is separated into three parts. And so let's join them together, and we give it a subdivide like one time. See, one time, two times, and you can separate them again, and again. So this is the general principle. And you can use your customized attribute instead of noise. So this is like an integrated function in subdivision in Houdini, but for Blender it's very new, so it doesn't have this function at this time. We can just do it like this. So okay, after introducing the principle, let's go to the real tutorial, and then we hide the cube, and we will have a cube here, and we will name it instance. So we will do it here, and save it. Now we can use separate geometry, and we use random, and we can see, okay, not point, face mode. We tweak the probability. We can see this. And if we take the seed, see, so this is a general principle that we will use. So here I will use a subdivide mesh here, and Control Shift check this one is, let's go to this mode. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's use a join geometry and connect here. Yeah, that's right. And merge by distance. Yeah, then with this node, it will be a whole geometry. And here I will use a repeater zoom. We reconnect the socket like this. And it will be like this. And if we took the integration 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, it will be like this. So here, to make the animation, I use a node scene time. So if we connect it, I think the frame here. See, nothing happened, right? Because probability is always 1. And we can Control Shift here to have a viewer. Connect the frame. You can see that in the beginning it's 0, and then suddenly it will change to 1, 2, 3, 4. It's above 0, so for probability, the biggest value is 1. So we need to change that. So we need to use math node. We need to divide 24 because here, the frame rate is 24 FPS, so we need to divide 24. And next, I will use a subtract like 2. And this value, first we check this value. You can see it's adding, right? But I want that in the first 2 seconds it will keep still. So I subtract 2 and connect here. So it will be below 0, and then it will increase. So the probability is like this. And it will, see, let's see, disconnect this and see the geometry. And then we will tweak the seed, and it will change like every each second, I think. So here I will use a math node floor. So if it's increasing, and if it's smaller than 1, the number will be 0. If it's smaller than 2, the number will be 2. So it will be an interesting result. And connected here, we can see the number. See 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. It will be like this. If it's smaller than, let's connect here. If it's smaller than 0, it will still be flawed. And if it's below 0, yeah, the geometry won't change. See? And then we connect this here. We check this value. We see this value, it changed each second. So the seed is okay. I want to have the seed different in each second. So let's and here, why there is a problem? Why it's like increased like this suddenly 1? Because here we need another node that multiply like 0.1. See, it will change like this. And if we connect here to check the value 0.4, and we add this number, it will change faster. See? So if we change the iteration to like 6, it will be like this. More and more subdivision. So here for me, I use this number, use this socket to connect to seed. And I think this seed is much more interesting. Maybe you can use an add to add something to the seed. It will be much more interesting if you take the number. So you can have what you want. But for me here, I use this socket. So you can use whatever you want. And then I think here is finished. And this step is very important, very interesting. And it's very simple too. So here I will join them and rename it. Rename subdivide by attribute. And then I will have the instance on point. And first here I want to instance on the center of the face. So I use the mesh to point here, and I use face, and I use the cube to instance on that. And for it, I will use subdivide mesh and subdivide surface to connect them, and set shade smooth here. Connect them and Control Shift left click, it will be like this. And if we took this number 2 to 2, it will be like this. 2, yeah. And I think this is better. And we will connect it to the instance. It will be like this. We go to the this mode. So why it's like this? Because we didn't tweak the scale. And here I think normal is not very important. But sometimes if we use not the cube, you have to tweak the rotation. So you need to let's save it like m. It's vector. We need to save the normal and save it to face. And use named attribute here. Vector, we will use n to connect to rotation. And we need to use a node called align rotation to vector here. Yeah. Oh no, connect to vector like this. It's correct. And we checked that I want to tweak the size of the cube. So we need one more step here. We will add a stone in the attribute, and we will need area. We will need a face area, and we will tweak to float. We will save it like S. Okay. Then we will need a name attribute, and we will use S. And it changes to float automatically. So I will use a mass because the S is like it's this value equal to like how to calculate that? It's like two edge, the length of two edge, multiply then, and we can get the area. So we need to use the math like square root, yes, and use square root to connect to scale. So, and this is correct, very correct. And if we play it like this, yeah, this is correct, very correct. And this step is called instance, and the most important is the scale by area. So the last step, I will make it move. So I will use set position. I can use this directly because it's from this step, the whole object is instance. There are no object. Check it here, instance. So many instances. So we will use named attribute. And because this is the normal, we want it to offset by normal like this, but we don't want to make it more like this. I just wanted to make them. I will just use a noise to displace them. So we will use the mass vector here, connect here, and change it to scale. So we will use noise to scale them like this, and it's not right because we need a map range to change it from 0, 1 to -1 to 1. Then this is correct. Because noise is always, the value of noise is always above 1. So we want to make it -1 to 1. And we will use a mass node here to multiply like 0.1 to decrease the strength. 0.2. And it's not moving because here we will want to tweak this number like 200, 300. Okay, let's check the effect. See, it's moving. So you can just tweak this by your experience. And here I think this value is too big, 0.1, and I think this is better. So for rendering, okay, I will join that. This is the motion of instance. So this is the whole geometry node. Is very simple. And for rendering, we need a node called set material. Here we will give it the default material, and here change it to cycle. You can use EV, whatever you want. Turn to GPU, and let's go to shading. Here we will use this material, and we will use object info and give it a random. Yeah, this is the principle, and it's very simple. You can just tweak the color, and red, yeah, blue, and green, purple, and what color? Pink. Yeah, whatever you want, you can just tweak it. So I think this is the whole tutorial, and thank you for watching. Hope you have learned something. If you like my video, please thumbs up. If you want to see my future videos, please subscribe. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.